Signs, how are you all doing? It is a beautiful Wednesday in Colorado, and I'm very much looking forward to the live today. Uh, I have been playing, but before I start, uh, let me see. I need to see if I can. If the yeah, okay, that should work. I'm just trying to see if I get the. Oh, it doesn't show me live on Facebook yet, but I see, yeah, there I am. And I just need to see if the comments are starting to come in. And yeah, okay, it all starts. It's all a little bit slower, and then you get nervous. You think, does it work? Does it work? But it does. Um, oh, and now the whole thing comes in. So I see all Facebook. So yeah, and there I see YouTube as well. Babs is on YouTube. Hi everybody. Hi Anita. Hi Saskia. Hi Ivor, David, Belinda, and hi everybody. Nice to see you here. Of course, like, comment, and share for the chance to win the $50 gift certificate. And I am sure you've all seen the fantastic, beautiful new release from Angelica at your local or online store because it is amazing. Amazing, amazing. See some samples of that. And basically what I'm doing here, I could use that for some base for the beautiful florals as well. But it's playing time. So I want to ask a question. Who of you in the last 3 months used your dies to emboss? So use your metal thin dies to emboss. I would love to know that. Hi Jana, hi Cheryl. And I have to admit, I never did it, period. In my whole life of crafting, I knew it was possible and I never used it. So in the last 3 months, I'm taking a sip of my coffee. Who did the embossing with the dies? I am curious to know. Let me see. Hi Sylvia. Oh, you're home, Sylvia. What a fantastic trip you did. You did, Cheryl. Okay, you did. I never ever did it. So I'm anxious, and I started playing, and wow, is this fun? Nooit, exactly, never. I know, you never did, never. Okay, and it's super simple. Never, never, not me. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And here, I will just hold up two little things I have. Well, three little things. I can show four little things, whatever. But look at that. Look at that. Your dies used in a different way. And it's old. It's not new. I did not invent this. But it is not lately. It's just one of those things that a long time, I know, because it is a long time ago that people started to do this. I never did. So I'm going to I know, Debbie. And that's fun because Marga has like a technique, Facebook Live. And I know on Friday, Annette will have a technique live with her new collection. So it's kind of a learning week, and a playing week, of course. Hi, Ellen. I did it same time for oh, David. Yeah. That works fantastic. You did it once. It's one of those things because you need a rubber mat for that. I have that rubber mat for years, just never used it. And now I did, and it's here. I can grab it. I could have done it 10 years ago. So let's turn the camera around and just let's get started. I know, Petra, it is really, really fun. So you can see here, because here, this is what I have here. That is me. That was kind of an overview of my chaotic brain. Oh, this is fun. That's kind of, you can do this, you can do that. So I'm going to give you a list of kind of the dies that I am going to play with or played with already. And then go through your steps, because there's a lot of the Elizabeth Craft Designs dies that will work perfectly for that. What is this? Well, that's kind of, I didn't announce that one yet. That goes together. I'm just going to put everything together, and then I will give you the list. What's this one? You see, kind of, that's this, that's this. All goes together. This. So and then I'm going to show you the dies, and some I did already, other ones I this, and this. So I have products here from 4 different designers. So I have Esther, I have David, I have Annette, and I have Angelica here. So go through your stash. Is anyone else's photo out of focus, or do I need a reboot? Hi Lisanne, hi Deborah, hi Katrina. I know, you should try this out because easy and fun. Hi Femke. Hi Femke. So, let me show you the dies. So I'm just checking that as I go. So this one is, wait, 2210, the laced. And you can imagine, of course, this piece or the little border. So I use this piece. And I have one basically ready to go, and I'm going to talk to that and what what I tried and everything. This one I did. This one I like 5 minutes before the live. I thought, how would it respond to gold and silver paper? So that's that one. This one I basically finished already. I did some ATCs, and I'm going to make some ATCs because I need 100 for Banff. So going to do that. And that's the die, but I don't need that. I'm going to put that away. And then I also use that same die on a pocket from the collection from David. So that's that one. Then I have, this one is from Angelica, 2219, decorative oval frame. And this one I did, and this one actually ran after I did the whole thing. I ran it through the machine again to make it flat. I thought, how would that look? It still looks super cool. Super cool, but I don't like, I used like a black stamping ink on this one. So I did not like that, but it gives a super cool effect. If you run it through your die cutting machine later, like flat, just flatten it, you see? So not embossed anymore. Also cool. Also cool. So I have this, so this is on a white piece of watercolor paper, actually in this case. And then I have this one twice, so I have and then I have just a frame. So you see, so instead of a die cut that it cuts out all those pieces are still in there. And you see, if you look well, you see the paper cracks. I try to spray the paper a little bit with water, and it still cracks a little bit. And that's maybe the reason why you see a lot of this. Because I did check also, like an hour before the live, I checked what do people do with it. I saw a lot of frames. So the people just use the die. So this is the outer frame from Angelica. Kind of as a frame, like as an embossed line on paper. This is from one of David's dies. And you see that stitch line in there. You see? So you see that. And that's how people used it. And then nothing cracks because it's simple. It's a simple line. But I like to do it. I like to do the more intricate ones. So that is that one. Let's put that aside. Then this one, that is such a fantastic set as well. It's an older one, but a fantastic one. So this one, that is the 1942 Irish Shutter add-ons from the Planner Essentials. And I use this one, and I have this one also. But they all will work. So I have this one done already, but look how pretty. Look at that. It's fantastic. It looks really nice. So that one. And then this one is an ATC, and I actually have, because I thought I'm going to put a flower or whatever in the middle, but I have my box with stuff here because my time got away from me again. And then I thought, oh, that's cool as well. But I have my box of stuff. But so I cut out the center. But look at that, how cool that looks. It is just super cool. And here, this is the one I embossed. And here you see clearly that the paper cracks. And it's completely fine. Completely fine. So that's that. Then, this one, so this one, that is from Annette. That is the 2137 Fancy Cutaways. And I have a whole bunch of those because that's ATC cards to go. So I have this one in, no, that's another one, sorry. This one, I did this one already. I had so much fun. So much fun. And then, Kathy, the distressing really adds on to it. And that is what makes it nice, because like a cracked paper doesn't look nice. And that's maybe why a lot of people stay away from more delicate dies, more intricate dies. But when you do stuff with it, then it looks super pretty. So that's gold. And the silver that I just showed from David didn't crack at all. So it probably also depends on the paper or on the die you're using. Your machine is also different. And in this one, you see I pulled that, I had tape here, so I pulled that, but you won't see it. So these are kind of ready to go from Annette's collection. But you will have so much in your stash with those delicate dies, but I'm going to tell you that later as well. And this one, before I forget to say, this one is from the Elegant Decorative box. And that's because I thought, oh, I want to have an ATC size from Angelica's, and it's this die. And that is from the 2123 Elegant Decorative box. And that's a perfect one as well. So that's that. Then I have 2 more to go, I see. This one, that is 2225. That is Planner Cards 3. And I use this part. So I just kind of flicked through my, box. And I thought, oh, that's cool, that's cool. And there's way more that are cool. It's just, you know, start playing. So I made an ATC with that one already. And I also have it here as a kind of more of a card front. But you see, I did this. Look at that. See, it looks super cool. And then you add something to it. And then it's just super, super nice. Okay, so that's that one. And then the last one I tried. And again, make sure to check out your stash because there will be more. So that is the 2009 Journal Fillers 2 from David. And then I have these frames here. So I have 2 ready to go. And then I have this one that I already finished. You see, and you see the dark spot there. And I'm going to tell you because I'm going to kind of show you what not to do. Of course I do that. And then I did a little bit of embossing powder around this as well. Hi Jana. Nice to see you here. Thank you. And yeah, it is fantastic. Okay, so let's start playing. Let me do, you know, I have these here at hand. And again, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I also use my watercolors. Well, I have an idea what I'm going to do. But what I end up using is as much as a question for me than it is for you. Because I just have stuff here. I have waxes, of course. I have the watercolors. I have clear embossing, the pad and embossing powder. So lots and lots of stuff to play with. Let me take a little sip of my coffee and then I will start. Happy Wednesday for sure. Happy Wednesday for sure. It's been absolutely crazy here. It's been busy but fun. And of course, you know, we had the show this weekend, which was absolutely fabulous. And it was so much fun. Oh, in this frame, I did this frame and I had this. So this might go in my journal like this. So you see, so I used the stamp and die set from David for that one, which I thought was also cool, kind of, to put it in there. Okay, let's get started. So, first of all, when you do this, and I think that has to do with how intricate your dies are. Oh, and let me show you the platform first. So, I have 2 ways. I have 2 machines here that I use. So, I have my Anna Griffin machine. And then that works. And every machine has this possibility. I am convinced. So, you just need to figure out what machine you have and how it works. So, with Anna Griffin, I have my metal shim here. So, you put your metal shim on your plastic plate. Then you take your die facing up. Then you put your paper, and I don't have the paper of the size of that. So die facing up, paper on top of that. Then your rubber mats, and then the plate, the top plate. So again, transparent plate, A plate, metal shim, die facing up. Question, how is the winner notified of drawing at these lives? Like participating but never know where to look. We will try to contact you first of all. So we will try to contact you. And it's announced on the Elizabeth Craft Designs Facebook page. On the Elizabeth Craft Designs Facebook page. Sylvia, I just saw that one in the back of my, when I got the last one from Angelica, I saw the pizza bonk front as well. Yeah. So metal plates, die facing up, paper on top, rubber mats, and then the plate. And then you run it through your machine. I know, yeah, exactly. And then the other one I used is the Big Shots. And that goes, let me put this away, that doesn't fall. So for the Big Shots, And I use my magic mat, but that's just a plate as well. So you have this. Open up your first flap. Open up your first flap. Then you can just put your plate in there, of course. But I always use this, you know, nowadays I have that magic mat. And then same thing on here. Oh yeah, you can buy them separate as well. Hi Ed, nice to see you here as well. I know you love to die cut. No. And then you die again facing up, paper on top of that, rubber mat. So this is another rubber mat I had. Would it be different than the other one? Let me see if I can figure it out. So this one looks a little bit, you see the Anna Griffin one looks a little bit thicker than this one. And I don't know because this brand didn't put the brand on there. You see, so there's nothing on here. So I either got it from Spellbinders or Sizzix, I guess. So die facing up paper, rubber mat on top, and then the plate, and then run it through. But you can find that for any machine. I'm pretty sure you will be able to find the instructions for that. And then just run it through. So I really need to, you know, not forget about this technique because it is super cool. It is super cool. Okay, so I have this one. And let me get, because do I want to sand a little bit? Maybe. Because again, I have no idea, but with the gold kind of looks like fun. So with these dies, because I use the more delicate dies, depending on the die, it could, you see here a line is, it has cut through. You see, if I bend it, it cuts more, but like some little pieces might cut through. And it has to do with the delicate, because you will notice when you run it through your machine, you will notice that you really hear a sound of almost like a die cut. It doesn't, but it also facing up, you mean the cut part is facing down. Yes, correct. So your paper is facing down. So if this would be the front of my paper, and I have my die, so die is facing up. If this would be the part that I am going to kind of want to have raised, you turn it around. That's a good question. So die up, paper the correct size facing down on the die. Thank you. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that. So what I did, so for this one, to not that it not falls apart, I did cut some thin paper with some double-sided adhesive on the back. You can also just use glue, of course, but I have the double-sided adhesive. I cut this piece a tiny bit smaller, just a sliver smaller than the HC size, so it's easier to kind of line it up. I'm going to pull it towards me, and I should be able, but again, it's always harder in a life to line it up, that it doesn't show. Yeah, perfect. So it does show on the front, and now everything is ready to go, and I can do with that piece whatever I want. So what did I do with good question, what did I do? So in this case here, and this one still needs to be back. Oh, I used purple paper, you see, and then I just rubbed it with the gold wax. And again, just the gold wax. I have brands that are not around anymore, but you can find them. I even found, I show you, because people of my age will recognize these. And maybe they're still around, but I have no idea. Anybody recognizes these? It's rub-ons. And I know people will have those in their stash. Yeah. People will have that in their stash. Yeah, I think, Mary, it is so easy. It is so easy. I was surprised. So these are kind of wax. What does it say? What does it say on the back? Virtually acid-free. That's kind of, you know, virtually acid-free. I don't think that will, you know, you cannot run with that anymore. It looks like, it sounds like we could say on our dies, maybe made in China. No, I'm joking. Sorry. Bad joke. But so yeah, virtually acid-free. Sorry. Can you wrap the edge with tape? Can you wrap the edge with tape? I don't know what you mean with that. But yeah, so yeah, it's metallic rub-ons to be used to accent, highlight, or as full coverage media. Yeah, it doesn't even know. You have that, Sylvie. I know. Metallic rub-ons. It doesn't even say the brand, does it? No. Oh, here. Manufactured by Craft Tea Products. No idea. So I'm going to work with waxes. So since I have a brown paper here, maybe I want to try, let me try one of these. I am going to use, oh, a blue is nice. Oh, I have a blue in that one as well. That's actually pretty. Now let me try this one first. This. And this is a thicker, you see, so you need to add more to it, and I'll show you the difference then right away. Okay, Jackie, there you go. So you probably never embossed, and you never use these. Same for me. Same for me. So I need to use a little bit more for this to and you will see the difference. Hi, Astrid. This, let me do the other corner, and then I will use, yeah, because when you use a contrasting color, you see the, you see the kind of the inner part. So that, and then I'm going to use, because I know I have a darker blue. Oh, I was thinking of trying it, but I think I have to be low tech so that it doesn't stick to anything else. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. I have the metal shim, but I need to get the rubber mat. Yeah, you know, I honestly, I had the rubber mat also sitting in my stash here for forever. And I must have had that from, I don't know. I think at the time when I got this, I probably was in contact with Sizzix a lot, but because kind of I had friends, I still have friends with Sizzix. So I would say that, but I don't know for sure. So this one is way more fluid. I don't know why this is so fluid, but that's a great one as well. It's from Cadence. So this one, now you can see I have a blob on my finger. So instead of this, it's completely flat, this. Here I have a blob of stuff. And that's what I did with this frame. You need to make sure you get rid of that blob on your finger. So I kind of take a sheet and put it here because you want to have it flat. If I have that blob goes in there and I don't want that. So I'm just going to pick it up from here because otherwise I would not see those the inner parts anymore. So make sure you keep your fingers flat, and I feel the need of some gold on here as well. Oh, almost too much else. So now I have the darker color and the lighter color on the side. And what I want to try now to add some gold. This is a messy lid here. Do I need that on there? Well, not for now. Not for now. Oh, you use them a lot, Kathy? And it's with everything, of course, what you have in hand's reach, you will be able to, you will use more. That's just how it goes. So now I have that. Now I need to clean my finger with a baby wipe. Oh, you did, Carol? Yeah, I only have this color from Cadence. But the substance is just different. But that's why you need to, go in your stash and try what you have, of course. But now you see, so what was cracked before, you don't see anymore because it has the wax over it. So there's nothing going on anymore. That kind of doesn't work. And now I want to have some embossing powder on there. I might want to have, wait, I see that I kind of let the light color disappear on this side. I just want to have that back a bit. There, and the same on this side. Kind of make it blend in more. Sorry. Okay, that's that. And I love playing like this. So it might take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, to make a card. I don't mind, because I have fun creating. So what I did with one of these as well, I have embossing powder. Of course I have embossing powder. And what I did is, so I can do the edge with this, and I will do that for sure. But I can also use, in this case I'm going to use ultra high. Metallic Rich Wow Ultra High WC04UH. Yeah, it brings out the texture. But so basically this is a die cut, and I don't have the sample from the die cut here because a lot of my samples are at Expo, or the designer team samples are at Expo. So I'm just going to kind of tap it lightly in that embossing. I'm also going to do the sides, just like that. And this will pick up on some parts, but not on all. Oh, a gold finger. So would it be this, or you mean that would be like you bought a jar? Like you bought a jar, probably. Yeah. Yeah, and sign up for our emails, for sure. Thank you, Jeff, for pointing that out. You see, so this now has... You see, so it's picking up a little bit. I want to have it a little bit on the side, and I'm going to emboss this side already. And this is going to look cool. I can see it already. Do we have too much? Tap it off a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. And I will do the same with the other side. Looks amazing. I want to have a little bit more. You see, it looks super, super cool. I want to have a little bit more at the bottom there, because I see a white line from the cards. From the cards, what is it? It cannot be from the cards. So well, maybe it is. So I want to have a little bit more here. So I'm just going to heat emboss that, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Oh, you bought a jar. Hi Lynn, nice to see you here. You finally made it. Welcome, welcome. So now on the other side, I'm doing the same. So this is what I'm using here, is the Embossed Clear from Ranger, but any clear embossing thing can do that, of course. And I want to have some there as well. I want to have a little bit less. So a light touch. Light touch. Oh, I did it already, I think. Let's see. But I can always wipe it off. Oh, that is nice. Because I have less here, a little bit more in the middle. It's going to look awesome. It's going to look awesome. Hi, Bender. It's always nice to see you anytime you come in. And of course, if you like, comment, and share, your friends can see it as well. And you make a chance for the $50 gift certificate. Wow, I hope you can see how nice this is. I hope I can show you how pretty this is, if that will come through. Look at that. It looks really, really cool. Really cool. I love that. Love that. So now I have a base basically for an ATC card, and I can put anything on there that I want. It can have a little flower. It can have anything on there. Of course, the new stamps and dies from David will be beautiful on there. Annette's a little bird. Oh, the little bird from Angelica. Oh my goodness. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. Thank you. I know, Wendy. It just came. I don't know how I got to it. Did I talk to it about it with Annette this weekend? I don't know. I don't know anymore. But cool, cool, cool. So this one, let me do this one now. So this one, I can see also some pieces that might be, it's not falling out at all, but I see some lines that might be, falling out just in case. And of course you can just take, you know, if you don't have the double-sided teeth, you can do glue in and glue it on, but this is easy, of course. So I cut these a tiny bit smaller than the HC size, so that I can line it up easier. Just a tiny bit. There you go. You see, so I have a tiny line here, so it doesn't kind of come out in the side. Oh, we were talking about this, yes. Annette, you are going to do a technique as well on Friday, correct? With your new release. Yes. I know, David. Look at the, and of course, look at the detail of that, you know, that die is, I will do this one as well, by the way. Here, you see? Super, super, super cool. So same. I just wanted to kind of use this one. And in this case, I use this one and cut it in half. And in this case, I just put this piece on the die and yeah. Cool. Okay, so this one, I think I'm just going to send it to see what it does. And then we can go from there. Thank you, Anja. Thank you, Teresa. So I'm going to send it. Do I make it flatter then? I have no idea. I always send that paper. But does it do anything here? No, it doesn't really do anything. No, I'm just going to do wax as well. Let me see what the wax does. So I am going to do gold. I'm going to make it gold and silver. Gold and silver. Oh, nice, Annette. That will be fun as well. So don't forget to watch on Friday. Well, don't miss anybody, of course, because all our lives are fantastic. And I have something new, like, I think it's next, yeah, is it next Thursday or the Thursday? I don't know. Well, you will notice it. So I'm just going to rub this again. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I should put a sheet under there. Why did I put this under there? No idea, else. No idea. I should have a sheet that I can throw out instead of cleaning it up. So I'm just using a piece of my release sheets. Does this technique has a name? Embossing with dies. Embossing with dies. That's at least how I called it. And that's basically what I'm doing. Embossing with dies. Can you see? Yeah, you know, I see, this looks so much nicer than I see it on the screen. I will try to bring it up. And let me bring in another color in this one as well then, because it will show better. I really like how it looks with the golds. But I will bring in another color. But it looks super cool. But just to show it better here, can you see it? You can see it, eh? Look at that. Completely different. So you go from a fantastic die, because all the dies are fantastic, from this to this with the same die. And that is just, now I don't know if it's called the dry embossing. I know if you, you know, if you, you know, yeah, embossing with dies, because it's basically what you're doing, but I don't know if it's dry embossing. What color do I have here? Let me try this one. It is a turquoise. Turquoise. And it's also quite light. If I bring in the same color, just to show you better, I'm going to bring in this color again, because that will show up better. Do I have other darker colors? No, that's all in a metallic more. So again, I'm going to do this and then do this. There you go. Now you see it. That's just making it easier for the video. There we go. Oh, I should leave it two sides, two colors. I should leave it two colors. Blend in a little bit of gold, kind of blend it in, and then the two colors. And then if I put something on there with the same two colors, could be something watercolored or anything. Kind of rub it into each other. Pretty. Look at that. And it really, really is cool. I know. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors as well. And now again, like oh, I can see some stuff on here already. Like a little watercolor piece can go on there, but any die cut can go on there. Yeah. Hi, Joseph. Nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. But then it doesn't look finished to me if I don't do the edge with some embossing powder as well. I know, and it is so cool. It is so cool to do. And I will take a picture at the end from the pieces I made already, but I will also show you during the week. Because I have so much time on my hand now. Okay. My hands are looking like, well, they're basically looking like I'm crafting, eh? That's what it is. So that's all good. That is all good. Put this here, put this here. So again, I'm going to do some embossing on the edge because I just think that looks super cool. It just kind of finishes it off a bit. Oh, I took the lid off. So in this case, I'm using the Embossed Dabber from Ranger. I'm just going to go all the way around because I know it will not pick up everywhere. And maybe a little bit on two corners. Let's see where it picks up. That's because if I don't like it, I can kind of take a brush. Kenny, what is replying to Kenny's speak? Good, nice to see you, Kenny. Extra times. I have so much to do and so much fun stuff. Could you layer the die cut piece over the emboss? Could you layer the die cut piece? Oh, could it? Oh, okay. Let me try that in a second. How does it look? So I'm just going to do this, kind of scoop it up, and it will show up at some parts, some not. A little bit. Yeah, I think that's cool. I'm going to put it in my glass jar because I will burn my hands if I want to do it all at the same time. Put it away. Oh, you know what I see? The wax melts as well. So when I do this, I see the wax starting to flow a little bit. So the wax melts as well. That could give a cool effect in some way. But now I need to be careful then by picking it up. Because then I don't want to touch the wax because maybe that needs to dry. Ah, I saw that. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see just that little bit of embossing powder at the bottom there? It just finishes it off. Love, love, love. So, look at those colors. Love it. Love it. Hand sanitizer. Lucy has some rubbing out. Oh, okay, yeah. No, I have a scrubby in my bathroom here, and so when I wash my hands, I use a scrubby, and then it's gone. So I will do that after the live. But that's a good tip, yeah. Thank you, Nans. That's. And you see, I really like the teal. You can see it because here I always like teal. Teal. Okay, so I have one from Annette. I have one from David. I definitely want to do. So let's do from Esther one. And then I will do one from, I have this from Esther. And I do the frame from Angelica. Because this is super cool as well. But I really like this one. And I have this one. This should give a cool effect as well, by the way. Let me go for the flowers. Show you the flowers. And what I did, so here I just put on on that. And now I'm thinking, wait, I want to do one thing. I have my die cutting machine here. I have the die here. I want to make a stencil to put over here. So the wax is only going to attach there. Oh, but no, because that's of course, goes open. No, that's not an option. I can trim it out. That's what I did with some. I'm going to do that. That I just have the piece by itself. So then you just trim. Of course, you see the outline here. So, and this is an easy one to follow. So you just follow basically the outer line from that die cut. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it's actually super easy to cut out. And now I cannot look at your comments. No, Josette doesn't have those delicate dies. She has some backgrounds. I could have picked one of the backgrounds from Josette. That's true, but I did not do that. But Josette has some nice backgrounds as well that will work perfectly for this. Perfectly. And of course, if your cutting is not perfect, then you just take your embossing powder and you go around it, and that will take away of all your little mishaps that you did with the cutting. And of course, it's going to be more like a mixed media, kind of vintage. Oh, here I see I went wrong. I went too close to the flower, but it's all fine. That is all fine. Yeah, I should have done one of Josette's backgrounds. Maybe I'll play with that later. Oh, this one cut through there. You see, it almost cuts through there. So I am going to put a little piece of tape there. Or I just tear it off and it's all fine as well. Because again, I'm not looking for perfection, because if I want perfection, I use a die cut to die cut. Then it's a perfect cut. You see here, it's you know, I don't even mind. But if this happens, I can just take a piece of tape, you know, put it on there. And in this case, just regular tape, put it on here, and then follow the line again. Here you go. So now it has that outer line there. Easy fix. Easy fix. So now I'm going to play with that. So I have blue there. I have that color. I don't have silver. I don't have silver. But if I want to keep seeing that blue through there, in this case, what do I have left here? Wait, let me see. This. Oh, you know, I have. Wait. I have a whole jar of tubes as well. Wait. Where do I have those? They must be here as well. With my wax. They are. They are actually here. I have all these as well. Do I have white in there? Somehow, I did not buy a silver. What is this? Kind of a. I have a nice dark blue here. Let me try that one. Old denim. So this one, so that's Art Alchemy, and this is not shiny. I know that, but I'm going to try that one. Let's see what it does. And otherwise, with the wax, you can just pick another one and go over it again. It's called Enthusiasm. What did she say? I'm scrolling. What did you say, Sylvia? You could also rub the wax on and then sand it to take away some color. Oh yeah, okay, that's also nice. That is also nice. Oh, I guess I rubbed too hard with sanding because my paper gets holes in it. Yeah, that's too hard. But honestly, Sue, you can also have a really nice effect at the end. Eh? There will be some holes in your pattern, but you know, that's not the bad. Yeah, the paper I'm using here is all from. Sorry, I forgot to say that is all from David Slater's paper pack, the Backgrounds Volume 1. And I do not have the paper at hand here. But Backgrounds Volume 1. So that's from the Mr. and Mrs. collection. So go lightly, just go. Oh, enthusiasm. Oh, I know what you mean now. Enthusiasm about the sanding. So if you sand too enthusiastic, yeah. So I need to get it off my finger. Too much is not good. Oh, that will be pretty. That will be pretty. And right away, when I start doing this, I think, also need some gold. But that is, you see how it kind of lights up? And now this is just a solid part, so that will just be solid. So who's going to try this? Who's going to try this? And when you do, please post it in the Elizabeth Craft Designs family group, because I would love to see which Elizabeth Craft Designs dies you picked to do this technique. Because I know we have lots that you can do this with. And I would love to see your pick. Doesn't need to be a finished project. Just, you know, when you do it, you know, just show it. So now I'm thinking, can I go lighter handed to that side? Because I'm darker there. I'm going to try, because I did not try that yet. Oh, those are finner bears. Yeah, they are. They are, Femke. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I know, it's really cool to do. So it just gives you, you know, a whole different way to use your dies. And I feel silly, honestly, but the same with the jelly plate that Annette's going to do on Friday. You know, I need to dive into that because I always like the results. And somehow, I never do that. Do I like that with a lighter hands? Let me see. No, it is actually nice, but I'm going in because I want to have some gold on there as well again. So, but again, make sure you don't have blobs on your fingers, because if you have that, then it goes in those lines and you don't want that. Look at that. How pretty is that? Not sure if I will try this. Vicky, you should. No, of course, it's all your free will. Ans, that's also fun. Peter will give it a try. Mary will give it a try. You know, it doesn't need to be today, yeah? Just don't wait 10 years, as long as I did. Don't wait 10 years, because it is super, super cool to try. Oh my goodness, it's 10 minutes to 12 already. Okay, I want to work on the frame from Angelica. So I will maybe finish this one with the golds. You know kind of now what I'm doing, but I want to show you that frame, because that is going to be amazing. This one. That's going to be amazing. So I'm going to put that away. And this one, let me just use the gold, because I don't want to go over time. And I will just keep working on fun stuff. Look at that. You get a really nice vintage looking frame. Oh, what am I throwing on the floor? Oh, my scissor. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, you will love it. It just gives, you know, a completely different way of using your dies. And again, not my idea, eh? It's around for a long time already. But look at this. It looks amazing. This basically doesn't need anything else than just the wax. And now put that nice vintage photo in there that you have. Oh, I need to wait. I have wax here on the table. My clothes will be waxed if I don't get that away. I need some better cleaning for that, but now it will not. I will need to get my hand sanitizer out for that one for sure. Oh my goodies, I just have an antique frame now here. It is really cool. This is really cool. Look at that. I think I'm going out with a bang here. I'm going out with a bang. Oh, I use a rubber mat. Yeah. To open my jars as well. Wow. Wow. I knew it was going to be pretty, but look at that. Look at that. Let me hold it this way. Of course, you can use it like this as well. That is just amazing. That looks really, really, really cool. Not going to do anything else on that one like this, because this is really pretty as it is. Love that. Love that. Okay, so I have a few minutes left, so let's finish the one from Esther then. So I can, let's throw this away. Let's get rid of this. Okay. I'm going to give it a light touch with the golds. Because everything I did today, you see it almost all looked a little bit vintagey. And I love that. Yeah, the frame is amazing. Look at that. I should keep it. You see the green paper still in there? Backgrounds volume 1. So you still see that in there. It looks amazing. See? Love it. I love what I see on my table here. I love the mess. And just put a piece of mirror cards. Oh, it looks like an old mirror. Yes, Femke. Okay, I'm going to give it a light touch here. Oh, that's nice. A light touch with the golds. So you still see the blue. And of course I need to keep it light because otherwise the blue will disappear. And I don't want that. But just a light touch with the golds. Oh my goodness, I love this. I love this. And David told me, I said, because I was showing him the die that I did, and David told me you can do this with embossing, with stencils as well, and he did it in a video. I did not try that yet, so I will absolutely try that. But I think, David, if I'm correct, the embossing will not show up as much as in the dies. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. That's... There we go. Yeah, Johnny Elizabeth Krabs. And if you try this, please share what you did. Even if you think, you know, it's not what I thought it would be, but anything you put your love in is worth to share. Is worth to share. Okay, I'm just going to do the quick embossing powder here. Do you want to have the, let's do this one with the fine. Let's do this one with the fine. Where is my, oh, here. Do this, and then I'm going to, although the course looks really nice, but just going to do this and a light, whoops. Let's see. Let's see. And then, of course, I did not do the inner part yet. That's also from the same frame as Angelica. From Angelica. Let's see. I need to make sure that the blue stays visible. I think that will be nice. Very nice. I don't want to have it that much on here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Sizzix make a luster wax is similar to the ribbons. Oh, really? I had no idea about that. Oh, I see a line here. I see a line here. I don't want to see lines. Okay, gone. Line is gone. Oh yes, the wax actually does melt. It looks amazing. Careful again when you pick it up, so we don't touch the wax, but look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. Well, and then the hour is gone and I had so much fun. So what did I do? So in the beginning, of course, I showed you what the layers need to be as well. And when you do this, but look at all those beautiful, beautiful pieces. So this one I did, so this is the same. You see, same set, same die. Then the ones from Annette, got two here. Then the frame from David I didn't get to, but that's David's kind of with the HC cards. Oh, I didn't dare do pockets yet. I need to do that one for my journal as well. You see, I just leave it on the table and forget about all the other things I need to do. No, I'm just joking. I might just stop playing. And of course, that fantastic, beautiful frame. Look at that yumminess over there. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around. And I am going to ask you again to like, comment, and share. Become part of the Elizabeth Craft Designs family Facebook group. And of course, sign up for a newsletter, because then you will get all those wonderful, wonderful things that are coming, specials that we have. So yeah, just a lot of information there. So thank you all. It's also pretty. Love the wax, really. Thank you, Nans. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, everybody. I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you didn't watch Marga's yet, go back to the Monday live. And of course, you can find everything on YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, because Facebook, they will disappear after 30 days. And on YouTube, they will always stay. So sign up for that YouTube channel, please. Thank you all for watching. And Friday, Annette will be here. So you're in.